Alright guys, we got a serious problem on our hands. Lots of nations have existed throughout the annals of history. From slaughtering that tribe across the hill, to slaughtering that city across the river, to slaughtering entire populations. Cause they might be different than us. We've forgotten about most of these countries. They sort of just happened, and then someone like the British Empire or someone just came in and screwed it all up. Goodbye, cultural traditions. I hope you like tea and crumpets. These countries deserve to be acknowledged, though. Not just by me, but by my dozens of fans. So here are 5 interesting, but insignificant countries. Can say the word. First off, let me just get this out of the way. Did I choose the Kingdom of Kush because of its name? Absolutely. The Kushites inhabited a kingdom south of Egypt and had considerable influence there. Hell, they even conquered Egypt at one point and were named pharaohs. Look at the size of this kingdom, they're like choking the Nile. You'd think with all of that Kush influence, the pharaoh would have listened to Moses when he was talking about his burning bush. The kingdom lost its Egyptian holdings to Assyria, but still survived till the time of the Romans and even had a war with them. A war spearheaded by Emperor Nero himself. And the Kushites actually won in the end. Nero had a lot of experience burning things, but I guess Kush wasn't one of them. I am so sorry. Can say the word. Oh god, the Holy Roman Empire. German states, divided by an inflated sense of self-worth and united by desperation and fear. It's like the medieval version of Congress, where it would be really awesome if they were working together, but they keep screwing themselves over. Case in point, the Duchy of Bavaria. Okay, look at this political vomit. Now technically I might be breaking the rules with a duchy, but Bavaria has always been pretty independent. It'd be kinda douchey if I didn't put it on this list. Being on the central-ish, southeastern-ish part of the empire, it was just far away enough to not be involved in any of those significant northern wars. It was also just far away enough from the Balkans, so it couldn't engage in any of those fun Ottoman wars with the Austrians. And you know it's always fun in the Balkans. Can say the word. Up next we have the Median Empire. It appears we're going back into the desert. Actually, look at the size of this puppy. How can this empire be forgotten? It's huge! You see, the Median Empire was defeated and subjugated by a guy you might know, by none other than Cyrus the Great, of Persian fame. For all its lands and holdings, this country's biggest claim to fame is that it became part of an even bigger and better empire once it was conquered, which in turn became a better, cooler empire once it was conquered by Alexander the Great. If the history of conquest was a dog pile, the Median Empire would be close to the bottom, crushed by a fat, overweight empire which is in turn crushed by another, fatter, more overweight empire. Can say the word. As I'm sure you already know, the Fourth Crusade was a decisive turning point in Byzantine and continental European history. Christian crusaders sacked the Christian city of Constantinople for reasons. They replaced the 2,000-year-old technically Roman kingdom with one successor state which really wasn't that worthy. The Latin Empire. But the Latin Empire sounds way too important to be on this list. So how about a little someone I like to call the Kingdom of Thessalonica? Located in central Greece, safely away from anything interesting, this is a short-lived puppet state that got conquered by another short-lived puppet state, the Kingdom of Epirus. But that's not all. The new Epirot kingdom, the Empire of Thessalonica, was then absorbed by the Empire of Nicaea, which then regained the title of Byzantine Empire, which was then conquered by the rising Ottoman Empire. The Kingdom of Thessalonica is like the smallest of one of those Russian dolls. The one that you might have broken because you didn't know that it stopped getting opened, and then nobody really missed it when it was gone because they didn't realize that there was a last one in there, and okay. All we need is love. So what insignificant country is worth being discussed last? I thought it was about time we gave India some much needed attention. This is Kalinga, located on the eastern side of the subcontinent. This tiny republic isn't just randomly insignificant like other contenders on this list. Oh no, Kalinga got so badly slaughtered in a war with Ashoka that it prompted the enemy ruler to convert to Buddhism. That's like beating your brother so badly in a video game that you feel the obligation to go to church and confess your sins. We're sorry that happened to you, Kalinga, but at least you have a kinda cool name. Kalinga. Sounds like a board game. Well, there you go. That's another top 5 list for you. I hope you learned something today. Behind every powerful empire, there must be an insignificant, conquered territory. They may have been slaughtered and subjugated, but some idiot on the internet can make fun of them centuries later. So it's all good. In honor of their struggles, please remember to subscribe.